Welcome to Brainstorm MTG. I'm ELD, and this is Fast Effect Double Speed Magic the Gathering from ELD's Time Vault Games in Bellingham, Mass. We've got Brandon on Elves versus Andrew on Omnitell. Andrew putting up some excellent results with this redless, I guess, blue-white version of Omnitell. Removing Sneak Attack is a major, deck building decision, but here we see he's got the show and tell anyways for Omniscience, and Brandon not even putting anything in. Hard cast Emrakul, and that is a wrap. Wow, worth noting that Brandon's opening not really strong amongst elf opening hands, didn't have any acceleration, but didn't matter at all that game in terms of the end result. Even if he had one of the strongest hands, it would not have got the job done. He would have needed he would have needed quite a hand to be able to get there on turn 2. Crop rotation, a card that starts to factor into that, switching out Gaia's Cradles for other Cradles. You need a lot of acceleration and everything to go really well to pull off a turn 2 win with Elves. And that was certainly not in the cards there. Andrew showing just a really kind of nut hand for a mull to 6. We'll see what he's able to do here on the draw. Brandon going to have first crack at interacting. Hopefully he has cards like Thoughtseize, maybe Duress or Cabal Therapy, but Thoughtseize most likely the strongest option for Elves. Omnitell does need to get a critical mass of cards for the most part. You need at least a show and tell and something to put in. You are missing your Sneak Attack, which is one of the few ways that kind of show and tell decks can win even when hellbent. You can get the Sneak Attack onto the board and then eventually draw into a creature to go along with it. But for the most part, Omnitell and all the Sneak and Show variants going to want a pretty decent sized hand. And Elves is a combo deck in its own right. So Brandon going to look hopefully not to try and turn it into a train wreck so much as kind of move his game plan forward while making sure that Omnitell doesn't just steal the game from him. Kind of like being in a race with somebody. You have options. Like, all you need to do is cross the finish line first. You could tackle them, but then you both kind of get hurt. So it's usually better to just give them a little nudge when you're both running full speed. Hopefully they end up in the dirt, you cross the finish line, and we'll see if Brandon's able to implement that type of strategy here, running Elves as the combo deck that it is. And no acceleration on the first turn again. Not a good start here for Brandon. And little pump fake there. Went to sack the fetch land, decided not to. Going to leave those masterpiece fetches on camera a little bit longer for us to appreciate. Brainstorm here for Andrew. Like he's got an Ancient Tomb in hand and fetch land as well. He has options here for how he wants to proceed. And fetching away, getting a Tundra. Now the White Splash is largely for Teferi, for a real mirror breaker of a card. Any blue deck is not going to be happy with Teferi. It's essentially a must counter when you're talking about a deck like Omnitell. And then on the other side is you have to replace the Sneak Attacks with something, and that ends up being Monastery Mentor. So that card able to essentially function as a very powerful win condition on its own when combined with all of these cantrips, but also really ridiculous when you have Omniscience in play. You can just chain all your cantrips together for 0 mana. Not that 1 mana is that much of an investment, but it can really get out of hand super fast. And then we see Omniscience getting put back. Does that mean that Andrew has one in hand already? Or perhaps is just digging for the show and tell? We'll see. And now fetching Brandon a couple of Dryad Arbors. I mean, even with the Cradle, I'm not loving, there is the Cradle, not loving the line. Glimpse of Nature. This could be very good if he's got a bunch of cheap Elves in play, in hand. And now, other Dryad Arbor. Ooh, a second glimpse. Oh, an Elvish Visionary. So really turning all three of these cards just into cantrips here. It's likely this is going to end here. I don't really see a way of Brandon moving the game state forward once this resolves. Going to get 3 new cards. Yeah, I wonder if it would have been better for him to just play a single glimpse. Maybe he was trying to bait these counters, but a single glimpse still would have drawn 2. And if another elf, like a 1-mana elf is drawn, then you're still going to get another card off of that by casting it with your extra mana. Yeah, not loving that line. But not punished for it yet. City of Traders added to Andrew. Now 5 mana here for Brandon at least. Green Sun Zenith for 1. That would enable probably Wirewood Symbiote. Brandon could start picking up and putting down this Elvish Visionary. Starting to really draw a bunch of cards. Worth noting, he doesn't have access to black mana yet, so not a lot he could draw that would be super threatening as of now. And Andrew not interested in finding out what that Green Sun Zenith was going to get. Force of Will, pitching Force. That's about all you can ever hope for out of a card. Visionary just getting in for 1. This clock not looking sufficient to really punish Omnitell. And here we go, end step intuition for show and tell. Brandon does have access to surgical extraction. Now would be the time. That is a card I do like to bring in as a singleton versus Omnitell show and tell variants. When I have it in my board, even if I have multiple copies in the board, I'll generally only bring in 1. It's something that can be a very good counter to intuition. Also goes well with discard, or if you manage to snag a combo piece. And show and tell in Omniscience. Brandon has the Reclamation Sage, but Andrew has Cunning Wish for Firemind's Foresight. Gonna get a 1, 2, and 3 casting cost card. See what he has in hand left. He's going to need to put something good on top of the deck if he has the kill condition. I think he does. Starting out with Impulse. Looking for a high casting cost card. Oh, and he's got it. Another Omniscience in hand. Cunning Wish for Release the Ants. And now Brainstorm. Going to go ahead and put back that Omniscience. And this is almost certainly a wrap. So in response to this trigger from Reclamation Sage, Brandon had the trump. But Andrew with the trump to his trump. Release the Ants, dealing 1 damage. And every time it clashes, he's going to be shown a 10 casting cost card. Brandon's most expensive is going to be Craterhoof Behemoth, which costs 8. That is going to do all the damage there for Brandon. And there we go. Even with that trump card, Andrew taking it down in 2. That is all for this one. But don't worry, there is a lot more. You can check out our older videos, and we're always putting out new videos from ELD's Time Vault Games in Bellingham, Massachusetts. If you want to help the channel, of course, you can like, subscribe, share, tap that notification bell so you can know the next time our new videos come out. Thanks for watching.